Hey guys, welcome back into the Stokastic YouTube channel. My name's Geoff Ulrich, and in this video, we're going to be talking a little bit of no house advantage for Wildcard Sunday here in the NFL. January 15th, we got 3 games on the NFL slate. And look, if you're new to no house advantage, there's a couple different ways to play. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Pick'em contest on no house advantage. It's more of a DFS style offering. We're taking props from across their site. We're putting them into a lineup. We're assigning the props different value, 10 through 1. We got 34 props up on the slate here for this wild card weekend. We're going to be choosing from, and there's a 30K guaranteed, 15K to first contest for the Pick'em contest on No House Advantage for today. So a big contest, No House Advantage coming out swinging here. If you're new to the site too, you can use promo code Stokastic when you're signing up. That gets you a free $100 match deposit bonus right off the top. Promo code Stokastic. So you deposit $100. No House Advantage will obviously match it up to $100, give you $100 extra and free bonus money to play around with. Use promo code Stokastic. Great way to try out the site. Take advantage of that offer now, guys. Never know how long these bonus offers are going to last. So, again, a couple different ways to play. There is also the versus the house contest on No House Advantage. That's more of just a parlay style multiplier ticket. You can take as many props as you want, up to 5, I believe. And then, you get differing payouts depending on how big your ticket is. No House Advantage bringing big payouts as well, multipliers up to 20x. So lots of stuff going on at No House Advantage. Again, got that promo code Stokastic. And we got a nice little slate here. So let's dive into it. We're going to be bringing some props here. We're going to be leaning on the projections from Stokastic.com to give us some insight here as to which side we should be going on with this props. I'm going to try and give you some props to get your lineup started, get some nice higher point plays in there to lean on today. So smash that like button, subscribe to the Stokastic YouTube channel if you've not done that already. Let's get started. Let's start with the Miami Dolphins. It's looking a little bleak. I'm not going to lie for the Dolphins today. This line is shot up to like 13 and a half. The Bills, still like the Bills to cover, by the way. Skylar Thompson's going to be starting. So everything's just going against Miami here. And I think one thing you're going to see from the Dolphins, I think their one chance here of keeping this game close, running the ball. We have seen teams be able to run the ball a little bit on Buffalo. Miami actually ran the ball quite well against Buffalo in the last time these two teams met. So I think that speaks to an under on Jaylen Waddle. 5.5 receptions. We have this actually projected as like 75% 80 hit rate here in the projections. So big probability that Jaylen Waddle goes under. He has not gone over 5 receptions in a game since week 8. So Miami wants to run the ball. You got Tyreek Hill running out there, one of the leaders in receptions on the year. And then you've got Jaylen Waddle with a 5.5 reception prop. It's going to be a tough sledding here for Jaylen Waddle to go over this number. Really would need maybe Miami to be down 35 points in the second half, which could happen. Even then, in that scenario, though, all the targets could go to Tyreek Hill. So Jaylen Waddle under 5.5 receptions. Yeah, we like this one to start quite a bit. One of our strongest projected props of this slate. Let's stick with the under theme here, and let's stick with the receiver theme as well. We're going to go to a different game. Let's go to the Bengals and the Ravens. I think this is going to be a slower point, maybe even a bit of a slugfest. Could even be closer than people think, but we got a low point total here. We got, a Bengals team who I think will just want to get through this game. If they get ahead, you probably slow it down a little bit with Joe Mixon. T. Higgins has a 5.5 reception total here, and we like this for an under as well. I like this for an under too. I just see the Bengals coming in. So many different options. Jamar Chase could just wreak havoc in this secondary, end up eating up like 10, 12 targets. And then maybe that's just the game. I mean, the Ravens just don't move the ball. Again, like Joe Mixon gets 20 carries. And T. Higgins ends up with like 6, 7 targets and goes under this 5.5 reception mark. It's projected as a strong under for us, and I will not be shocked if it hits. T. Higgins, again, has definitely taken a bit of a backseat to Jamar Chase over the last couple games. We also have Hayden Hurst back in the lineup for the Cincinnati Bengals. He's been soaking up targets. So everyone's healthy for the Bengals. Tyler Boyd's out there. Got P. Ryan even taking some targets. So I just think this is a tough target to hit for T. Higgins in a game that has very low shootout potential. The Bengals could come in and just put up 21 points right off the bat, but if Higgins doesn't get those early receptions, probably not going to get many targets in the second half. So, T. Higgins under 5.5 receptions. Like this one quite a bit. Again, just expecting a bit of a slower pace, low-scoring game there. That game could be over quick. Let's stick with the wide receiver position. A lot of receivers I want to talk about today, apparently. We're going to go to the over. We're going to go to the Minnesota-New York Giants game. This one makes sense to take an over on. Close 3-point spread here. Hasn't moved all week. These two teams played to a 24-27 game the last time they met, and that was just 3 weeks ago. We saw Daniel Jones go for over 300 yards in that game. We saw Richie James Jr. go for I believe over 90 yards in that game. And I like Richie James Jr. in this matchup. 3.5 receptions. Let's go over that. Richie James has a 27% team target share over his last 4 starts. That's elite. Works out of the slot. Really like the matchup here against the Vikings. Vikings basically have one good corner on the outside, Patrick Peterson. Everything else is very, very gettable against them. Last in yards per pass attempt in the league. Gave up, I think the second most receptions or first most receptions to the wide receiver position. Very good spot for Richie James. I also think the Giants defense is going to make this a bit of a slugfest, bit of a shootout. So Richie James, 3.5 reception total. Probably my favorite over on the slate here. It's definitely projected as one of our strongest overs as well. Just a player who's getting a little bit underrated. I think people are going to find out, though, if the Giants win this game, that he could be a big part of it. So that's going to be our third one. Richie James over 3.5 receptions. Let's stick with this game for our last one. Let's stick with the over calls. Kirk Cousins. Yeah, Kirk Cousins. Look, it's not prime time. It's not like the late games, so we should be okay here. Kirk Cousins over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Look, I think there's so many scenarios here where Kirk Cousins can hit this. We talked about the weak Vikings secondary, but the Giants are just as bad against the pass. This secondary has gotten protected a little bit by the Giants pass rush of late, but they gave up big games to the Commanders wide receivers. Kirk Cousins at 1.5 passing touchdowns. We do like this for the over, and I like it too. I think you're going to see the Vikings come out with a little pep. They've been underrated all week. Everyone's picking the Giants. I think Kirk Cousins can go over this. He's got Justin Jefferson to work with. KJ Osborne's come on. Giants have been really weak against wide receiver position, allowing a lot of wide receiver touchdowns of late. So I think Kirk Cousins over 1.5 passing touchdowns. It mixes well with the Richie James over too. If you're looking to correlate those two, I like Richie James as a higher point play. But if Richie James is getting more targets, it probably means the Vikings have put up points. So I think those two correlate pretty well. Kirk Cousins over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Good midpoint play there for me, and a strong one on our projections. So let's go over these. We got Jaylen Waddle under 5.5 receptions. We got T. Higgins under 5.5 receptions as well. Both projecting as higher point plays. We got Richie James Jr. is one of our strongest overs at 3.5 receptions. We got Kirk Cousins over 1.5 passing touchdowns as well. Correlates nicely with any kind of overstack you're making with Minnesota and New York. So again, smash that like button, subscribe to the Stokastic YouTube channel if you have not done that already, guys. And again, if you're new to Nos Advantage, promo code Stokastic going to get you a $100 match deposit bonus right off the top. Hope you guys have a great Sunday of NFL action. My name is Geoff Ulrich. We'll talk to you soon.